Collins, thank you for coming in today. I know you're really busy setting up for Seneca. You've been here for 8 years, and obviously Humber's been very successful. And you guys have done many things. Why? What is it about Humber that you like so much? I guess
Why I like it?
that you continue to stay here.
Oh, I've coached basketball for a long time before I even came to the college ranks. I think coaching at any level, I think your love for the game and love coaching and engaging with young people, I think is the reason why we coach, regardless of the level. You know what? I came here because I liked the group of guys that I was coaching with, the kids that we were getting an opportunity to coach, and the environment here at Humber Athletics is, I believe, second to none.
How have things changed since you last came here in 2005?
Really, nothing's really changed. Our program in the basketball side of things have just gone. If anything, you could say athletics has probably doubled in size, number of sports
Yeah.
that Humber now participates
Yeah.
in versus when it did in '05. But overall, you know what? It's business as usual. Our kids get a positive experience here in athletics, and you combine that with academics and athletics. I think it's a great opportunity when you come to Humber.
Okay, and you guys have obviously been really successful. You won about 4 championships. You've been in the CCAA championships. What else do you have to prove? What other goals do you have left as a coach?
Well, in the 8 years I've been here, whether it's an assistant or head coach, the one thing that's kind of eluded us is a national championship. It's hard enough to win an OCAA
Yeah.
championship. You go to nationals, and sometimes it's about matchups, and you got to be a little bit lucky sometimes at nationals and how it plays out to get the gold medal. So it's not the end all and be all and the expression of a successful season, but these days with 22 teams in our league and to win an OCAA title is pretty impressive in its own right.
Okay. What is the number one lesson Coach Collins gives to his players both on and off the court?
Number one lesson, you know what? What you learn from the basketball court, whatever you can take that transfers into real life. Regardless of, as long as there's individual growth from the beginning to the end of the season, I feel I've done my job.
And obviously, to be a basketball coach, you have to gain trust with your players. You have to not only communicate with them, but their teachers. And how are you able to gain trust from your players and to get them to really buy into your system?
Well, like anything else, to gain trust, you have to know somebody. You have to open yourself up and engage in conversation. Communication is the key to anything. For somebody to trust, you have to communicate them on another level, not just on the basketball court. So you have to talk to them as individuals, not just as basketball players, and where their interests lie, how are they doing in school, how's home life, and everything else. I think that goes a long way in treating young people with that level of respect. You, in turn, get the respect back.
And how are you able to get basketball and school to coexist?
It's not always an easy thing. Time management, self-discipline is always two key things that have to occur in order for kids to be successful. And also working hard when you're here at practice. I said, but overall, the social life probably suffers a little bit if you're doing everything the right way during the basketball season, because to do it right in the classroom and on the basketball court, it does take up a lot of your time.
Do you find that you have a relationship with the teachers at the school? And what is your relationship like, if you do have any?
Not so much here at the college level, and more so when I coached high school. I think you had more interaction with the teachers.
Yeah.
At the post-secondary level, profs are a little bit more. They're dealing with a lot more student bodies. The classroom sizes are bigger. We do get the odd email based on if there's somebody having problems or anything else academically or needs assistance or extra help. But every prof's a little bit different. We usually have to initiate a little bit, but overall, I haven't had any problems with teachers being cooperative and being very supportive of athletics.
Now, getting to this season, you guys have started. You started off really slow. You went 0-3, and obviously you turned it around. Now you're 14-6, going into the OCAA championships. What was the turning point, really?
I don't think there was any turning point. I thought we had a really good preseason. We went undefeated in the preseason. I think just with a young team, I don't think our players realize how competitive the OCAA West is. The West has been quite strong the last 5 or 6 years. I think going from the preseason to that, I think maybe they had a false sense, being a young team, that it was going to be an easy run. We had a couple bumps and bruises. Not everybody was healthy. We lost one in double overtime, lost another one in the last minute of the basketball game. We were able to turn it around and understand that we have to work a little bit harder. Our focus has to be a little bit better, especially on the details of how to win basketball games. And since that time, I thought we have grown as a team each week.
And last year you lost in the OCA final to Mohawk. Obviously, you don't want to think about that. You guys won the 3 championships prior to that.
Yes.
What's going to be different?
Different from?
What's going to be different this year in the OCA championships for you and
Well,
your team?
you know what? I don't look past the first game. Our focus is tomorrow at 8 o'clock against Seneca.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not unfortunate, but we're playing on Seneca's home floor. They're hosting OCs.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a little bit of a home court advantage. But I look forward to the challenge. Our kids have been excellent on the road, playing away from Humber, more so than playing at home. So I don't think it's a huge disadvantage to us.
Yeah.
And I look forward to see if we step up and play the way we're capable of playing.
Seneca might not remember this, but I'm sure you obviously remember it, and same with your team. You guys actually beat Seneca in preseason.
Correct.
And but this time it's going to be a little different because you're going to have to deal with the crowd, and this might not be something that your players have been used to because you have a young team. And how are you going to deal with this Seneca crowd? There's going to be a bunch of fans out there.
Well, I think with anything else, when we played them there in October, you don't hang your hat on an October win. Now it's March. They're a little bit different team, and they're much improved, and so are we. No, our guys have been very good. Even in packed houses of the opposition and everything else, we seem to be able to tune out the hostile crowd, and our attention to detail is much better on the road than it is at home. So I think being a young team, I think it's a benefit, being away from home in that sense. But you know what? I'm not too worried about playing on the Seneca floor. I think if we do what we're capable of doing, I think it should be a very good basketball game.
Is the crowd going to be a huge factor in this game, compared to all the other games that you've coached before?
No, I don't believe so.
No? Okay. Oh, well, good luck tomorrow, and good luck in the OCA championships. Thanks for being here today.
Well, no problem, Ryan. Thanks.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right.